United Nations says we only have 60 years of agricultural soil left. So within 50 years' time, there will be a serious food crisis on the planet. A mass famine would be inevitable.
I know people always say, we only have 60 more years of agriculture to go. Yeah, but that was 10 years ago that we made that statement. We're at 50, guys.
Soil is a living entity. It has a lot of organisms. And when those organisms are killed, soil is no longer healthy. Soil is no longer living. Soil cannot create the ecosystem services. When soil dies, everything else dies with it, including us.
If we start correcting it now, in 15 to 25 years, we can make a reasonable level of correction. We can come away from the brink where we are. But if you leave it for another 30 to 40 years and then try to do it, it will take 150 to 200 years to regenerate the soil. So this is not about just painting a dark picture of everything. This is a moment of responsibility that we as human beings, if you stand up right now, we can turn this around.
Soils is the very basis for biology and human life, but we also know that we cannot destroy nature to feed humanity, because that will threaten the stability of the planet, which means the life support for humans and all species on Earth. So we now need to be caretakers of soil.
The cost of action is much lower than the cost of inaction dealing with soil and land degradation. But it's not something which the individual farmers can do. It has to have a large regional, if not global, initiative.
This depletion of soil has happened because we have not put back the organic content back into the soil of what we are taking out. So we are seeing how to get a policy in 192 countries to make this the norm, that if you own agricultural land, minimum 3 to 6% organic content must be there by law. Initially by recommendation, then by incentives, and then by law, by mandatory law, it has to happen. If it's not in the law, then we don't know what they will do tomorrow. That's what we have done, isn't it? From previous generation to this generation, in one generation we've ruined it because there was no law. If there was a law, minimum agriculture content should be… organic content should be there in it, we would have kept it that way. So first and foremost thing is to bring the law. To bring the law, what is needed? This is a democracy. That means people are the power, it's people's power. That's what it means. So there are two very powerful things in your hands right now. One is your vote, another is your microphone. Hello? That means your voice. So this is important. The people of the world have to speak and say, we are ready for long-term solutions, we are ready for long-term commitment, we are ready for a long haul, we are willing to pay the price for the well-being of future generations. This is why the Save Soil movement is not about action, but it's about bringing policy change. As a part of this, I'm 65 and I'm riding 30,000 kilometers across 24 nations to activate, support from the citizenry. We are trying to get about 3 to 3.5 billion people to speak about soil for these 100 days. From March 21st, 100 days, we want the whole world to talk about soil. We have UNCCD as our partner. We have also signed something with the World Food Programme, and the scientists from FAO and other organizations are working with us. World Economic Forum is very much with us. Most governments have come on board. Heads of states will be flagging off this rally. Right now, that's what I'm trying to create, that if 3.5 billion people speak, this is 60% of the electorate. If 60% of the electorate speaks, there is no government which will ignore that in a democratically set up government. Each one of you should reach as many people as you can to make this happen. Many global leaders and influencers are already participating in the movement. Be a part of this and let us make it happen.
For my part, as much as I can contribute.
And the movement that you are taken up, I could not expect any more God's blessing than that.
Sadhguru, and this campaign is so important.
We're going to save the soil. Do your part.
And saving the soils.
And our planet's future depend on it.
Sadhguru, save soil, my friend.
Save soil, let's make it happen.
TM Barbuda is part of the Save Soil mission.
Commend you for what you're doing. That is why we are happy to sign the MOU.
The science and philosophy that backs the thought behind the movement is tremendous.
Save soil, let's make it happen.
Save the soil.
We know what we must do, so let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Let's make this happen.
Let us make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.